Hello and welcome to BierTier, the German engineer. Today we are back with episode 7 of our newest Let's Play series, and this is of course oxygen not included. Today we are going vertical, we have to go up and we have to go all the way down. Yes, all the way down here. We are pumping out all the salt water right here, and that is what's on the agenda for right now. So let's just jump right into it and see how that works out for us. And here we are. So first of all, I want to take care of a problem right down here. So let's take a peek. We have here our Drecko in here, and our Drecko, if we go ahead and we grab our critter sensor and we say above 3, we can see when all the doors are closing. Let's speed it up just a little bit so we can actually see this happening. Our Drecko moves all the way to the top and is actually not drowning. Yes, he's not drowning because we don't have enough water in here. We need to have almost 1 ton in there, literally like 950 kilograms. So let's fix that really quickly. Right here, we're just gonna build over to this direction, then gonna plop in a liquid vent, and then we need a liquid bridge. By the way, I believe 1 or 2 of you guys have mentioned that in the comments of that video, so we need to take a look at this, and we of course need to fix that. I don't actually want to drown this Drecko here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this here back to 4 and hope that our hatches don't die, but that is fine even if they do. So let's fill this thing here up to the brim with water, and now the water comes back down, our hatches can breathe again, and we can close it again so we can easier see what's going on here. All right, let's close it once again. And as soon as the water is all the way on the top, we are just observing the liquid. So let's see. And now we have reached roughly the 930 kilogram mark, and any second now our Drecko here should start dying. So right now we can actually snip it off. So let's snip this here off. Let's put in the last 20 kilograms, and now our top tile has 980 kilograms in it, and that is enough to drown even the hardest Drecko. So this should open up here any second again, and our Drecko is not going to die. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. I don't actually want to kill this particular Drecko right here. Now we can go ahead and of course get rid of all of these pipes right here that we don't need anymore. Up here we have a tiny little problem with our cool steam vent, and as we can see, nothing is condensating. The steam is just sitting here. And why is that? Well, it's mainly because of this layer of chlorine right here that I could not remove because the time ran out. So we need to come up with a better solution for the problem, and the solution is right here. It's our salt water. Yes, you are about to see what we are going to do about this problem. We're gonna dig all the way up here and all the way up there, and then right around here we're just gonna come up, and right above there, yes, right around here, we're gonna come all the way over. That is it. And then we build another ladder that comes all the way down to here. There we go. That's exactly what that should look like. We need to do this to let all of the salt water flow into this crevice right here. And as soon as it's in there, we are going to replace those insulated tiles here with normal tiles. And we basically use the salt water as a natural heat exchanger. That is going to be glorious, and it's going to work like a charm. You will see. Sometimes you just have to use the resources that are already around you. And this water here has about 25 degrees over here, 28 degrees over there. It has the perfect temperature, and we are barely going to heat it up with what we are about to do. It's going to be great. Over here with our utility shaft, I just realized that we have once again a Slimelung invasion, and I am not entirely sure why or how, so we need to fix that as well. So let's pause the game real quick and go into furniture actually, and let's plop a hanging pot, yeah, maybe right around here, and another one maybe right around there. Should get the job done, I hope. Yeah, that should work. And then we're gonna of course plant buddy buds in there. We need one more buddy bud though. We're just gonna get rid of this one right here. That should work. And then right here we're gonna plop it in, and at the same time we will need 2 airflow tiles. One roughly around here should probably get the job done, and another one right there. And then on top of that, we are going to plop 2 deodorizers. All of this here is just temporary, so we can actually get rid of this polluted oxygen in this area and get rid of the Slimelung germs. For this, we also need power, of course, so we just come with any power wire. Since it's only 5 watts, it literally does not matter that much. All the way up to here, plop this in, and over here, we're gonna do the exact same thing once again, just something like this here. Once again, this is very temporary. Meanwhile, here on the top, we have this mixture between water and polluted water, and I also want to get all of this stuff here out. So very easily, we're gonna dig in from all the way on the top right here. So let's pause the game once again, and then let's just dig all the way straight across right here. I believe that should get the job done. The only problem is that right here we have mud and polluted mud, so that is going to disappear eventually once we dig in there. So let's put in some ladders right away before we run into any trouble. Actually, we could just come right down here. Yeah, why wouldn't we do that? There we go. We're just gonna come straight down. But for that to work, we of course also need to build directly a deodorizer roughly right here to get the job done, and probably a little bit further down another one just to be safe. There's just so much of this polluted stuff around here that I am not a fan of, so we're gonna get rid of it right away. I'm probably gonna plop one right here and another one a little bit lower, maybe right there, should get the job done. And with power, we should have power nearby. Yes, right there. We're just gonna come up all the way into there and up, all the way into here and up. And then we're gonna plop down 2 more deodorizers as soon as everything's hooked up. Here is one, and there is one. There we go. That should certainly get the job done. And of course, this one tile here, we don't need. This also brings us closer to this natural gas geyser right here. And eventually we will have to dig into this here as well. So this works out perfectly in our favor. Also, our research is currently at a complete standstill, so let's take a look. We definitely need a bunch more stuff. Where we at? We need to zoom out just a little bit where we are, right around here. Yes, we are going to get ready also for our material study terminal, might as well, and we're going to get us the red bolt generator in while we are at it. So let's get this here research next, and then we will go from there. Right over here in this area, right above our current Drecko farm, I have another project planned. And for this new project, we're just gonna make a new blueprint. We're gonna grab all this stuff right here, and we're just gonna give it any name, it does not matter. And then we're gonna use this blueprint and we plop it right over here somewhere. Let's see, probably right there is a good spot. Of course, it shows you we have insufficient copper and all sorts of stuff, but that will fix itself once we tear everything out that we have up here, because we don't need it anymore. It's literally this simple, except this one tile we're gonna leave alone, but everything else can go. All right, let's transfer this here over to here. We will not have any oxygen supply for a couple of seconds, but that is fine and not a problem at all. And right here, the system here is now successfully transferred, and we can see we are pumping oxygen back in. As soon as this pipe here is empty, we can also get rid of it, as a matter of fact. No, actually, we will still need it. We're gonna leave it exactly where it is, so no problem at all. We are just going to build another little building right here, but that will have to wait until we are done over here on the right. One step after the next. I don't want to overload our dupes and nothing gets done anymore at all. Over here on the left, let's take a look at our churn overlay, and we can see we have basically no more Slimelung left. It will be gone here any second now. Our body bud is doing a great job, and our hydrogen as well, and of course our deodorizers, all of that in unison, and the Slimelung has absolutely no chance at all. That is great, and now we have all this hydrogen here available for another project. Meanwhile, over here on the right side, there we have it, and now we can see the salt water is here, and we have still the insulated tiles here. Of course, that is not going to fly. So let's go in here and let's grab us this tile here, and we will see we have here a specific heat capacity, or better to say a thermal conductivity of 2.9. What is the best one we have? Granted, at 3.39 doesn't look too bad at this moment, so that's what we're going to use. It is the best that we have available, and we're just going to make a few of these tiles here out of granite. So maybe... yeah, these are those 6? Yeah, 6 tiles should be okay. Well, you know what, screw it. We're gonna make it 8 and call it a day. And also this here we're gonna tear out, just so we have a little bit more salt water in this general area right here. And that should then definitely get the job done of condensating this steam here in absolutely no time. And Chemster is here building the first tiles, and we can immediately see that the steam is condensating basically in no time. Once again, yes, we can see it right here. Our tile is heating up, and now we are transferring heat from the steam to the tile and over to our ladder. Of course, this would work even better with metal tiles or whatnot, but it's absolutely not needed for what we are doing right here. A normal tile will absolutely get the job done, and once we have it filled up to the brim, then we can replace it once again with insulated tiles without an issue. Wonderful. That is how that should be. Over here, a lot of digging has happened and all the water has been removed, or better to say moved all the way down to the bottom. So what we are going to do is we are going to plop in a pump, literally just like that. It's going to be this simple, a pump right here with a liquid pipe coming all the way over to here, all the way around the top. There we go. And then all the way down to, yeah, right around here. That should get the job done. All right. right around here, we will need a little bit of automation though. For example, actually, let's cancel a little bit right here. We're going to build the automation right over here on the right side. That should be simple enough. And then we're going to grab us a liquid shutoff, and the liquid shutoff is going to live right here. And right above that, we need a liquid pipe element sensor. There we go. And of course, we're going to route it through here. And then we're going to come back out the bottom and going to come all the way over to here maybe. That should work. Then we're going to disconnect it right there, back in our F6 overlay. Then into here, down to there, and then here we can come all the way through easy like that. Yes, we can. We can probably even just come all the way down to here maybe, and then come all the way over to there and right here. Yeah, why wouldn't we do that? There we go. All we need is one extra piece of ladder right there to reach everything. And then at the end of this here, we are going to go into plumbing once again and grab us a liquid vent. And we need to build it one further over, as a matter of fact, so we drip it into the right position. There we go. Let's get this here cancelled and then reconstruct it. All right, this is what we need. We should be able to reach all of this, able to reach all of that. Let's make sure we didn't make a mistake. Nope, it works perfectly fine. And then last but not least, we have perfectly fine water up here as well. All this water right here, we have to pump this here out as well. So as soon as our sensor here senses that we have actual water, then we need to route it somewhere else. Yes, if it is water, we're going to come over here and then we're going to come down to here maybe. That should work. And then let's build us a bridge. There we go. Something like this here. And then we're going to come all the way straight down over to here and into there. Just like that. So we're going to just put it into our normal loop, which will then end up over here in our Drecko farm, goes around and then eventually end up in our tank. Just like that. It's going to be this simple. The only thing that is of course missing is a tiny little bit of power that we also going to hook up right here all the way down and over. All this here is temporary. As soon as this here is empty, we have to deconstruct all this stuff here once again. That is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Meanwhile, down here on the bottom, also our salt water is going away quite drastically. That is very good with our two pumps right here. What could possibly go wrong? It is actually going faster than expected, and now it is time to actually dig over here into this left side. And I'm just going to take this area right here and come all the way through, all the way over to here. And then right here, we can dig out everything that is here, all of this stuff right here, with the exception of this one tile right here. We need to leave this tile. We don't want to accidentally activate this volcano. And then when we are through, we will see what the hell is going on over here and deal with it accordingly. But one step after the next. Let's get this here done first and transfer all the salt water down to here and then over to here into our basin. Up here on the top, our liquid pump is now running. Where is our water? Here it comes. So let's turn up the speed a little bit and let's see if this here works or not. If not, we have to intervene. I set this liquid pipe sensor here to polluted water. And it is of course hooked up to this liquid shutoff right here. So let's see if that happens as expected or if we have to fix it. So far it's looking great. It's going over to the left and it should go back over here into our area where we have our thimble reach, where we are actually pretty empty. Wow, that is quite unexpected, but we will take care of that very, very quickly. That is for sure. The same two buddy buds that I used earlier to clean out our hydrogen are now over here. When we take a look, yes, we already have a little bit of floral scent in here, and it should get only more with the help of this deodorizer right here. But why do we have it here, you're asking? There are no germs here. Yes, you are right. There are none right here, but they are a bunch up here on the top. And all this polluted water, while we are at it, we might as well transfer this over as well. So let's get digging once again. So let's come all the way up to here, all the way to the top, and then right here, we need to do something right here. Yeah, so we're gonna come through here, dig all the way to right there. And when we reach this particular area, then we're gonna plop a ladder down, not a ladder, sorry, a tile, of course, right here and right there. Might as well tile this here off as well, because what I want our water to do is flow over to the left and then come down. And then we just accumulate all this here together, let it flow over, and then once again, all the way down. That is the general idea. And this here, I might as well make it 4 high. Might as well, because why wouldn't we? And this ladder here also then does not need to be quite this drastically high. There we go. That should be better. Let's get this here done while we're at it as well. And down here on the bottom, our water is now flowing as it should. And look at this here. We have actually discovered a supply teleporter output. So we are getting closer to finding actually our normal teleporter, because I have been wondering where the hell that thing's hiding, but apparently it is around here somewhere. So we also have water right here on this height. So we need to go 2 lower than that, and we need to be in this tile right here and then come all the way up to there. And here we're gonna do the exact same thing once again, all the way to this height. All right, so we need to dig a bunch more stuff out. Precisely all of this here, as a matter of fact. So let's get this here done, and then we will come all the way over to there. I want all this water that is in this particular area right here all the way down to here, and then we just pump it up. That has to happen, because if we don't do it right now, we will have to deal with it later. So let's do it while we are already at it, because no harm, no foul. The earlier, the better. And over here on the left, we found the other supply teleporter input as well. My goodness, that was a hell of a lot of digging. And over here, we have all of our salt water coming down. Yes, we dug out this entire area right here. There are just all the dupes down here. They have constantly something to do. If it is mopping, if it is digging, if it is building. Here we had another little room of some sort. Yeah, we also got a data bank out of it, but I deconstructed all this stuff here except this pedestal here, and the rest still has to go as well. Let's get rid of this here. We don't need it. Yeah, let's get all the water in and everything that is still left over. We are going to mop up immediately, so I don't have to look at it anymore at all. This is still too much, but it is flowing down and it will join up with the rest. This is a lot of water. I hope it all fits into here. I'm not entirely sure if it does, quite honestly, but there's only one way to find out, and we are definitely going to test it. In the meantime, it may be a good moment to bring on another dupe and make it a full dozen. If we can, if we have a good dupe. So let's see if we can bring our newest YouTube member on board. So, okay, we have only 2 dupes here. Okay. Steve, decorating and tidying, +3 and +5 respectively, morale bonus while in space, and decreased churn resistance. Not really a good dupe, not gonna lie. Nails over here though, cooking, tidying, and doctoring, increase creativity, like that, and cannot do attacking errands, which literally does not matter. Should we bring on a doctor? I mean, we could. Another cook probably wouldn't hurt eventually anyway. Yeah, I think Nails is who we're gonna bring on. But Nails is of course not going to stay Nails. Nails is going to be Deaf Pony. Deaf Pony, thank you very much for supporting me directly as a wonderful YouTube member, and welcome to the game. Meanwhile, up here on the top, we dug it all out. Everything is transferred over to the left and down here into our basin. That is very good. Now we just need to go up and grab the rest of it. How are we looking with germs? We still have our floral scent everywhere. That is great. That's exactly what that should look like. And where are you going with all this stuff right here? I believe you're coming all the way down. Yeah, we are putting it into here. That is unfortunately not any good to us because our chlorine stops down here on the bottom. Yeah, that is slightly suboptimal. What could we do about this? Well, we could just release more chlorine. There's probably more around. Well, right at the moment, I'm not going to worry about it. For all I care, we're gonna have millions and millions of slime germs in here, and we do. We are at 4.2 million as a matter of fact, but it does not matter because when we take a look into our overlay, there's nothing here. It's all pure oxygen. It's either gonna be oxygen or it's going to be chlorine, and on neither one Slimelung is very happy, so we will never have an issue right here. Right at the moment, that is something that I will not worry about at all. Up here on the top, I may have slightly overdone it again. Yes, I went ahead and I dug out the entire slime biome that we had here, and I just housed in the natural gas geyser for right now. That is just how that has to happen right now. We might as well do it while we are at it. So I figured this is a good moment. Sorry that so much is happening off camera. The thing is just, it is really boring to watch somebody just dig out an entire area for like 5 cycles. But it is okay. We will get past it, and now we will get started with a real project. Down here on the bottom, right above our Drecko farm, as I mentioned, we are getting a little bit cruel. Yes, we are going to build a starvation farm. So, how are we going to do that? Well, it is actually pretty simple. What we need is, we need some insulated tiles, and we're gonna plop those. Yeah, how are we gonna do this? I'm just gonna plop them right here probably. Then we're gonna go into stations, and we are going to find us an atmosphere checkpoint, and the atmosphere checkpoint can actually live right here. Yes, right there is where we're gonna plop it, and then another one right beside it. There we go, 2 of them just like this. That is all that is needed. I built one too many. There we go. And then we will need, of course, a liquid lock. Without a liquid lock, we are not going to do anything. And the liquid lock is literally just going to be right here. Just like this, it's going to be that simple. As a matter of fact, that is one too low. That is not going to work. One higher. There we have it. And this is how we're going to do this. Here, our dupes have to climb 1 up, to get back down and in as soon as they have the atmosuit on. It's definitely not going to be an issue. Right here, we are going to plop in plumbing a bottle emptier just like this. And then right along here, we're going to come with more insulated tiles just because we can. Doesn't really have a reason other than our dupes have to walk on something, and that something are those insulated tiles right here. So we're going to come up with our fire pole as well. And then over here on the right, all we need for a starvation farm is in food, we need a critter drop off right here. And then in stations, we need 2 shearing stations. Where are our shearing stations? There they are. Here's one and there is one. And that is already it. It's literally this simple. We're going to come all the way over to here. And of course, and now this fire pole here is in the way, but that is something that will not stop us. We're just going to tear it out and then replace it with tiles. Actually, can I just put the tiles right here? Apparently I can. Wonderful. So that is what we need. And that is what we're going to put in here. So let's get that done. And then we will go from there. Now that all this here is built, of course, we need a couple more things. So first of all, we need to say deliver suit. Second of all, we of course also need oxygen, and that is why I left this pipe in here earlier. Look at me. Almost like I saw this coming. Crazy how that works, isn't it? And then in F2, we also need to hook it up to power. And I need to do something with this power grid here. That needs to be separated badly. Yeah, these here just to make it look so bad, but we will do that later. For right now, it will be fine. We hook them up and we plop in some oxygen just like this here to have it ready to roll whenever we actually get the suits in. Next thing is down here, our liquid lock. This time I'm not going to put in all the water. We're going to be a little bit smarter about it. We're going to say salt water, enable auto bottle with number 9 priority. And then all the way down here on the bottom, we will need to go into plumbing and we need to find us a pitcher pump. And the pitcher pump is just going to live right there for right now with a number 9 priority, of course. Yeah, there we go. And then we need 1 singular bottle of salt water and 1 singular bottle of water instead of putting in 1 ton of water and then an extra 200 kilograms, so a total of 1.2 tons. So that is the plan for right now. Let's get that done next. And right up here in our starvation farm, while we are waiting for the salt water to arrive, we're going to go into ventilation and we're going to grab us a gas pump. And the gas pump we're going to plop into here with just a pipe coming straight out and into right there. As soon as this here is full, we are going to turn this here on, and this is all that will ever be needed to actually create a vacuum in there. It's going to be literally that simple. But for right now, we're not going to do that. We are going to wait until we have a liquid lock, because without a liquid lock, we are just wasting a bunch of energy and we are actually accomplishing nothing. And here's Chamster with the delivery of salt water. So let's plop that in here. And as soon as we have all the salt water down here on the floor, preferably. Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, that's not going to happen, is it? We need to go into our wire here and hook it back up. Let's start pumping. And there it is. That is more what that should look like. Okay, now we can turn it back off because now it is pointless again here in a second, just like this. And we're going to say mop right here with a number 9 priority. I just want to get this here gone. And then we're going to switch this here over to water. And this saves us so much water. If we do this every single time, it's not even funny. Here's the GD, and he is mopping, and he is done. And there is that. Literally this simple. 200 kilograms of water. I could actually turn it off right now. It is perfectly fine the way it is. So if I just say no more water, we literally put in here nothing. We need next to nothing. As a matter of fact, as long as we watch it, we can save a ton of liquid if we want to. So let's hook this here back up. And now we're going to start pumping. And our current load is at 960 watts I've seen there. We are getting close. But I think as it is right now, it should work, especially once these here are full and this one here will turn off. So it should be fine for this very moment. Meanwhile, over here, we said we have all of this hydrogen right here, and that is exactly what we are going to use. So last time around, we had our blueprint, and we're going to use that blueprint once again, and we're going to use it right here. Look at this. It fits in here perfectly, just like that, when we're going to just use what we already have available. For example, right here, this wire. This wire here has only a potential load of 275 watts. So for this tiny little bit of hydrogen, this will be pumped out literally in seconds. It's not going to be a big deal at all. We're just going to use it just like this, and then a wire bridge right here, and that should get the job done already. All we is left is of course a pipe, and the pipe is currently running here on the left side. That is of course not going to work. We need it on the right side, and look at this, we still have a pipe left over. Isn't that great? So all we have to do is come close to here and into there, into the middle outlet. And then right here, let's see, where does it end? It ends right there. So on this end right here, we just need a gas bridge that comes across here, and then we're going to come up with a pipe all the way to the top, and then we're going to come all the way into here. And then as soon as we have a vacuum and our gas pump here disappears, we're going to fill it up with hydrogen like it's absolutely nothing. And right now we almost have reached a vacuum, and I already put 2 Drecklets in here. And I did that because I wanted to show you that a liquid lock was not going to hold in Drecklets. The problem is just that currently they just don't want to escape. So I guess you will just have to take my word for it. Water alone is not going to keep Dreckos or Drecklets in. So we will have to do something about that very shortly. But for right now, it's really none of our concern. Let them escape. It's fine. We're just going to catch him once again once we're done over here. And if I see him escaping, maybe I can actually show you. And right now we can see all the carbon dioxide is disappearing, and we have created a vacuum. Okay, that is not what I wanted to do, but there it is. Vacuum is created, and we have now actually a fully grown Drecko as well. That Drecklet just grew up. Okay, so far so good. So that means all of this here can now go. We have no use for any of it anymore. Also an RF7 overlay, that piece in the middle here can go as well. And then RF2 overlay, all of these power wires all the way down to the ground can go as well. And actually gonna tear these here out as well. Not this one here though, because here we're gonna come down. These 2 here do need power after all, or it will not work. So we may as well hook it up while we can. So all this here needs to be deconstructed, and as soon as that has happened, then we can actually fill it with hydrogen. And here we have it. While our dupes are deconstructing, this Drecko here just escaped. Look at it. That is what I tried to show you. So it is just running away right now. But that is once again fine. I couldn't care less. We are just going to fill it up with hydrogen. We are going to finish our task, and then we just catch it and put it back where it belongs. No problem at all. Speaking of it, gas pipe all the way over here, gas vent, and done deal. Let's go. And the hydrogen is arriving. There it is. And we are putting exactly 2000 grams in here. As soon as every talon is 2000 grams, our gas vent will automatically turn off and the problem will solve itself. But while we are doing this, of course, I also want to implement a little bit of automation. Speaking right here, as a matter of fact, yes, this is where I'm going to put a auto sweeper. And right beside the auto sweeper, we need a conveyor loader, and the conveyor loader we're just gonna plop. Does it matter? No, it does not. Right here, that's fine. And then we need a conveyor rail, and we're gonna build it out of iron ore. And this conveyor rail right here, if we follow it along, goes all the way down to our infinite storage, and that's exactly where I want to go with this one here as well. So we are literally coming all the way up to here and into there. Literally this simple. Couldn't get much simpler than that. While we're building all this stuff here, we can see we are now completely filled with hydrogen. There's nothing but hydrogen here. So this gas vent here, I'm going to deconstruct it. And all the excess hydrogen that we still have down here on the bottom, instead of going up with this bridge right here. Yes, we're not going to do that. We're just going to come straight through right here. And this bridge here, as a matter of fact, I'm going to tear it out and I'm going to reverse it. So everything that's in this pipe here, I want to put it into here. Because when we take a look, we still have a bunch of carbon dioxide right here. So the more hydrogen we get in here, the more it gets compressed and the better it is for our farm down here. That is definitely also exactly what we want. And now over here, last but not least, we need a pneumatic door. And we literally gonna plop it right there. As soon as this here is built, our Dreckos will not be able to escape anymore. And I would say mission accomplished at that point. That is exactly what we wanted, and that is exactly what we got. That is great, and that's how that should be. All right, let's see how the rest of our projects are doing. Here, this pump here is making pretty decent progress. It's only one pump, so this will take a little bit longer, but this is also not a priority project because we just want to get it empty. We don't need to get it empty. And up here, how are our hanging pots doing? What is going on here with our buddy buds? Do we have anything good to show for? No, we do not. Yeah, that is of course suboptimal. We still have a bunch of Slimelung in here because we have too much polluted oxygen. We just cannot fight against it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop another deodorizer up here. That should hopefully help with that issue. And with the power wire, you don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's plop it up to here. How are we looking down here? Is it already invading? Nope. Down here, we are still standing strong. Very, very good. That's what that should look like. And yeah. Other than that, that is all we can do up here, and it's once again fine, not a priority. Eventually we will grab this natural gas geyser, but certainly not right now. Down here on the bottom, our salt water is getting less, slowly but steadily. It is certainly still not optimal, but we are getting there. Yeah, our pumps are pumping, still 20 kilograms per second. But yeah, it's just so much salt water. Come on, get it done finally. We need to grab oil, and we need to grab oil badly. And up here, we can see where we earlier put our pitcher pump. Right now, it is almost completely underwater, so we have definitely pumped a bunch of water in here. Let's see, what is this here? It is a width of 15 tals. tiles. So we put in roughly, yeah, 45 tons. A little bit below 45 tons is what we pumped in here. That is crazy, and there's more and more to come. I'm actually worried that this entire basin here is too small. Yeah, we may have to expand it downwards. Thankfully, we have space if we have to. All we have to do is put in more airflow tiles and no problem. But for right now, I'm still hoping that it will be enough, but that hope is probably in vain. And over here we have our cool steam vent, and it is currently erupting, and we can see that our steam is basically immediately condensating. That is exactly what we tried to accomplish with this, what should I call it? I guess it is a natural heat exchanger if you want, and that is exactly what that should look like. You can see our salt water. Yeah, right around here we're up to 31 degrees with our salt water, so we dumped what, maybe 2 or 3 degrees in here. It's not that big a deal, and we're gonna dump a hell of a lot more in there if you ask me, because it literally does not matter. This water right here, at the end of the day, it will end up all the way on the bottom with the rest in here probably, and then we will boil it if we find lava down here. I can't remember, did I choose frozen core? If so, we may have a problem. I hope it's not a frozen core. Yeah, but we will see. If it is a frozen core, we will find another way to deal with all this water, but for right now we just hope it is not. But that is all I had for you today. Yes, in this episode we did not have a lot of big builds or anything like that, but I guess this is the curse of Oceania. Every once in a while we have to take care of a hell of a lot of water. If you enjoy the content nonetheless, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and comment down below. And with that I say thank you and peace.